Hello, Couch Co-opers, Couch Potatoes, and Couch Codependents. This is the Couch Co-op Show, the greatest video game show in the world. I'm Ian, along with Jarrod.
Hey.
Aaron.
Hello.
And Dave.
Hello.
Remember, you can be a part of the conversation by leaving comments and questions over on Twitter and Facebook at Couch Co-op Shows. Couch Co-op, no hyphen, Couch Co-op Shows. You can also head on over to our Twitch channel and watch us stream live over at twitch.tv/The Couch Co-op Show, and we will answer your questions from the chat. We try to go live around 7 p.m. We're a little 10 minutes early here, but we're pretty close to the mark. I guess we could have waited. Been nice, but
Yeah.
6:37. That's
Maybe
like start
we'll
time.
just make it a longer episode.
Yeah.
Perhaps. How's everyone doing tonight?
Doing good.
Pretty well.
Oh, great.
You guys all
Yeah.
full? Dave
Yeah.
made us some tri-tip this evening.
Pretty
Yeah.
stuffed. Some delicious foods.
Yeah, some nice tri-tip and then some fresh beer.
Mm-hmm.
Just tapped, right?
And what is this beer, Dave?
Yeah, this is Irish Red.
Delicious.
Kind of malty with some English malt, which gives it all that biscuity flavour.
Dev has a long history with Irish Red, and anyway.
Yeah, red beers are one of my favourites.
They are good.
Anyway, hey guys. Well, first I want to. So the show, we're trying to move off into new directions. Obviously with a Twitch stream, and then also, I got to get the show on Google Play. I was like, we're not on there yet. We're obviously on iTunes, and you can find us on Shout Engine, but got to get into Google Play. And I was tooling around in Google Play, and I searched for Couch Co-op, and this video game app popped up. And it basically it's the Couch Co-op Couch Co-op the game app, and basically what it does is it just lists games that are Couch Co-op that you can play Couch Co-op. The shitty thing is they use our logo for their app.
Those
No
bastards.
affiliation.
No affiliation.
You mean we've finally made it? We've been pirated by the Chinese.
And we've been ripped off, and yeah. So, but I just want everyone to know that is not an app that's associated with us. If you come across it. And I'm trying to decide whether I should shoot them an email, but they probably won't even respond. So I don't even know what to do about it.
Yeah, you said it's not been updated for 3 or 4 years now.
Yeah.
So
I'm kind of like, I guess we'll just let it be. It doesn't seem like a lot of people are downloading it, but anyway, so there is that. So look out for. I think it's free, so they're not really making money off of us, but they did steal our name and our logo. I'm a little hurt. All right, guys, let's get to the show. We have, what is surprisingly, a few listener questions and comments.
Oh my
What?
goodness.
before that,
Oh,
this week, you don't have to beg for reviews, do you? I believe there was...
we did get a review,
Yeah.
and then we actually got two.
What?
We actually got 2 reviews, but I think one was just a numbered review. But yeah, JPK gave us a review, and it actually sent us over. I guess we just needed 6 reviews to register us, so we're actually an official 5-star podcast with 6 reviews.
Oh man.
Yes.
But we got a 7th one that also gave us 5 stars, so we have 7 reviews at 5 stars. So
Thank you.
There
Thank
we
you,
are.
everybody.
Yeah.
Thank you for that 7th person.
But that doesn't mean to stop. No, that means keep giving us the stars. Even if you give us a 1-star review and you hate us,
Yeah.
just give us a review. We would really appreciate it. And you'll hear more about that later. But yeah, thank you, Dave, for bringing that back up. Questions, guys. So she goes by Cabrown, but it's her name's Caitlin Brown, and her question was, where did we get our start in video games? And I know we talk a lot about what our favorite games are and stuff like that, but I don't know if we've actually really started, what was that first video game thing that we ever got
I
into?
think we may have done that way
way
back
back
when, because when we
when.
used to have a new guest, that was one of the questions, wasn't it? What was
Yeah.
your first video game experience?
And I don't think
we
we
have
ever...
newer listeners that probably haven't heard those stories, so that's
No.
okay.
So who wants to start with that?
I'll let one of you guys start.
Go for it,
Okay.
Jared.
Well, way back in the day, my grandparents won Magnavox Odyssey 2 from like a bank or something like that, and they gave it to my parents. So I got a start on that back in the day, playing some very old games. Recently, I came upon an Odyssey 2, and it doesn't work, but that is one of the ones that went on to Ian's collection.
Yeah, it's in the hall of Ian. video game museum of goodness.
But yeah, the one that I played the most was like a little race car game. Of course, back then they were all top view, just kind of driving around little boxes in different shapes. But
Did you play it a lot, or did you like play it for like 5 minutes and then like, meh?
well, when I got it, it had to have been like 83 or 84. I was like 4 or 5 years old, something like that. And I played a lot of that racing game to where I learned all the spots where you could hit inside the walls and get outside the track and just cheat the system and just kind of screw around with it.
I remember you used to find those old like cheats.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, even
in the
back
game.
then.
Yeah.
It's a weird little system too. I've never actually played it, but like it feels pretty janky.
Yeah.
For some reason, I had one in the mid '90s or the late '90s. I think it was in television that we got from somewhere, and I remember playing it. It's kind of like a more basic Atari 2600, wasn't it?
Well, I remember it had a whole bunch of keys on it. I don't remember why. I don't remember ever actually using the keys on the keyboard.
Yeah, it's a weird. Like,
Yeah,
what is that?
I don't know. There had to have been some cartridges or software you could put on there where you'd actually need something like that.
I wonder if it's a selector, like it's a more simplistic selector, like the Atari. You would just keep hitting the select thing until it hit like number 57.
Yeah.
Game 57. Maybe on the Odyssey,
Yeah,
you
maybe
press
they're the 50,
57, and then it
No.
would go.
50 game
No, it had a
cartridge.
little switch that you switched between what
did it?
game mode you played on. Yeah. So I don't know what the keys were for.
We've never actually. Have we actually tried to fire it up with a cartridge?
I think we tried.
I don't-
There
I don't
was
have the
some in the box,
cartridge.
I think. No?
No,
Okay,
there's no
maybe
cartridge.
we should get some at the
Maybe,
next
yeah.
retro show.
The
and
next retro show, I'm sure.
yeah,
we
let's
can
pick up a cart.
couple of dollar cartridges.
Okay.
Not a couple, just one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
One's plenty.
we should
Okay.
look up what the best game is.
All right.
Not necessarily the most expensive game.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
How about you, Aaron? What was your first? What was the first video game experience?
Our family pretty much dealt with a lot of computer stuff since my mom worked for Intel for decades. But she bought us like Doom and Jazz Jackrabbit and the knockoff of Mario, which was Aldo. But those are like the first games I really ever played on anything ever until we got a Nintendo for Christmas one year when we were kids. But I enjoyed my Doom computer game more until my dad decided to come along and delete it because he didn't like all that shooting and all that stuff. I'm like, ugh.
It's violent.
Yeah, all those pixelated blood and guts, but at the time was considered really advanced.
Yeah, that was that big scare as well, wasn't
Yep.
it, about that time where video games are going to turn us all into psychos.
Yep.
Yeah.
that's
I
exactly-
remember having to buy a 4 megabyte RAM chip to play it. $200.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I just remember all
back
those.
in the day.
I just remember all those floppy disks that it came with for Doom and Indiana Jones. I played
I
that
don't
one
think I
too.
ever bought a copy of Doom. I only ever had the shareware version.
Yeah, just shareware.
Oh no, this was like
I had the shareware version, and then I also got. Well, I think Shane got it, but I played the full-on Doom.
Yeah, I remember playing the whole game. I don't remember why. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't think I bought it.
No, I know
maybe,
I, did, I
maybe
know I
downloaded
didn't buy
it,
it, but I think it used to make the rounds, didn't it?
Yeah.
Way back then.
And I don't
games
think I don't think they had like keys then. I feel like we installed it on multiple computers and we did the multiplayer.
Yeah, I don't remember how that worked. That'd be an interesting
I
one
don't
to research.
feel like we had to. Like I remember we installed it on. It was on our computer, and then it was also we installed it on my grandfather's computer, and then one of us ran home and we were playing it.
Man, you were advanced.
Yeah.
But that was later. We had been playing video games for a while, so.
Oh yeah, I was like 6 or 7 when I got that thing. I'm a young puppy here, but
Because
no.
that's already like Nintendo, Super Nintendo time
yeah,
period, right?
early
Yeah,
90s.
wasn't that 92 or 93? Somewhere in there.
Yeah, they never realized how much I loved gaming until I asked for a Nintendo because I went to my friend's house who had a Nintendo. I'm like, I want a Nintendo for Christmas. I want a Nintendo for Christmas.
Did
My-
Did you ever play Doom on the Super Nintendo?
Yes, actually.
It's unplayable.
Is it?
It was
Well,
bad.
I couldn't dodge like the fireballs coming at me because the game's frame rate was so
No.
difficult. You couldn't dodge anything.
I remember Doom came out on pretty
Yeah.
didn't
Oh,
it,
people
around
put
that
it on
time?
calendar or calculators nowadays. I mean, it's on
it
everything.
rocks, yeah.
Even like the new iMacs, that little touch strip, people have installed Doom on that little touch strip.
Yeah, some Russians transferred Doom over to the ZX Spectrum,
Yeah.
which has like
Awesome.
48K or something.
Yeah, that's
A
great.
little Z80. And it actually runs pretty well. There's a whole series of Russian conversions of games. They, with the Berlin Wall falling and all the rest of it, took a while for all the computers to get over there, so they made do with what they had. So they converted all these advanced games to hardware that were
That's awesome.
but they do some good jobs. There's like Mortal, all the rest of it.
Mortal Kombat.
I tried playing that on PC back in the day. I couldn't get a fighting game to work for shit back then.
Well, Super Street Fighter 2. That was not Super Street Fighter, but Street Fighter 2. That one worked really well on computer. We had a 386, and that worked really well on there. But
How about you, Dave? What was the first video games?
My first computer experience was a BBC Micro computer that my father brought home from his school. He was a teacher for the summer or for one of spring break or something, because his school was in a rough area and it would probably got stolen if he didn't bring it home. And there was a little game called Chucky Egg. I played that for a couple of weeks, and then I moaned, and for the Twitch viewers, I'm holding it up right now.
Oh, yeah.
oh,
Amstrad with the cassettes.
It's an Amstrad CPC 464 with 64K. It's got a cassette deck. Originally came with a little like 13-inch green screen monitor. I never had the color monitor, unfortunately. So most of my early video game experience were in there, not even black and white, but green.
Do you monitor sitting around?
No, I don't. Most of those are like ticking time bombs, like most of these
yeah.
old monitors. Plus,
Yeah.
they're all 240 volts. And,
Oh,
we
jeez.
only get 110 over here, so
That's
it's,
crazy.
I brought the computer over though, and I can convert it to the TV, and got
Okay.
some modern pieces for it.
Good. Do you have any cassettes for this one?
I have one cassette, but I think the cassette player needs a good head clean or something, because I replaced the band and it's still not loading.
Okay.
It throws out errors, so who knows where this computer's been. I mean, it's from 1985, so it's
Classic.
30 plus years old now. So.
yeah.
And it probably has sat in someone's attic gathering dust for the last 20 of those.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
Easily. But yeah, so I played a lot of games on that. Mostly like conversions of arcade games were always popular, and then a lot of Codemasters games like Dizzy and
Yeah.
what was it? Super. They had a whole series of them, like Super BMX Simulator, which was like a racing game where you're on BMXs, and then there was one with Formula One cars and all the rest of it.
Cool.
Sweet.
Yeah.
But one of my favourites actually was it's real simple. You're on a stunt bike. I think it's called stunt. It might be called Stunt Racer or something like that. But you're on a stunt bike and basically you jump over double-decker buses.
Okay, that's
And you
fun.
get the number of buses gets longer and longer. So that's like your score is. Oh yeah, I managed to jump over 15 buses. Can I make 16? And eventually
Nice.
you can't because.
So I have a question about these. Since it is essentially a computer, in a sense, does it go
Yeah.
higher resolution than just a standard 640 television?
Oh no.
No.
This back when this was made, I think the highest resolution it does is like 320 by 240.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Does it-
Well, those little screens, those were only like, 6 or 7 inch screens, weren't they?
No, the one I had for it was 13-inch, but
Okay.
there just isn't the video memory to address any more pixels. So I
Yeah.
think you're only at 4 colors. Then you can do more at a slightly lower resolution. Still looks pretty good though. It's not super. It's not Nintendo level. It can. I did see someone had had a non-running demo of Super Mario on it that looked pretty good.
Cool.
It didn't have the smooth scrolling though, because it struggles with the smooth side-to-side scrolling and running all the sprites because it's not quite powerful enough. But yeah, it's a great computer, and that was what most of my gaming was done on until I think I got a Sega Master System for a while,
Cool.
which was really big. No one had NESs in Europe, or in England at least.
So I think for me, obviously, probably like most of you, we played some arcade stuff here and there. Go to Pizza Hut and get play some Pac-Man or Centipede. But I don't know if I should play. Should I go with the in-depth version or just the regular version? Let's just do the regular version. My family acquired a used Atari 2600 from a family that my parents were friends with, and I don't really know why. Like, my brother and I at the point didn't even know there were like home video game consoles. Really, like Nintendo hadn't really crossed our paths yet, and so we got this system, and my mom brought it home, and it was an Atari 2600, but the Sears version. Yet it had the Atari Canvas dust cover, which is weird. So it was obviously piecemealed together a little bit. We had 2 joysticks, a pair of paddles. And
I remember those paddles, actually.
And then a little keyboard thing, external keyboard pad. And then a bunch of games. Gunslinger, Asteroids, Star Rider, Canyon.
E.T., of course.
No. I'm getting to that. Tanks Plus, Breakout, race car game, all the kind of classic, just the hits. So, like, this is like...
Did you have Yar's Revenge?
Did not get Yar's Revenge.
I always liked Yar's Revenge.
Same guy who made E.T.
Yeah, I know.
So we played these... here's the thing. We played it a lot, and then we didn't. There'd be spurts. You played a lot, then you don't. You played a lot, then you don't. And then I remember... I think it was for my birthday. We went to Toys R Us. Rest in peace, Toys R Us. Back when you could buy video games, and they had this long aisles of video games. And I actually picked as a little kid E.T. So my parents bought me E.T. That's the only game we ever bought for the Atari 2600. But yeah, so I had a brand new copy.
So should we judge your current taste in games from that?
Sure.
Great start.
I think E.T. is not that bad of a game. It's a very finicky game.
Well, as a kid, you didn't really know.
Yeah,
I mean, you were playing a game. You were having fun.
Playing
Yeah.
it,
And it was
not
such a
thinking it
weird...
was that bad.
Such a weird game. Anyway, I remember playing that quite a bit. That's kind of towards the tail end of our Atari time when I had that. And then that's when the Nintendo dropped, and my dad got a Nintendo, and then... because my parents were divorced at that time, and then so we had a Nintendo at my dad's house, so then my mom eventually had to get us Nintendos, and so that was kind of thing. But the thing about the Atari that's funny is that it traveled from my mom's house, and then it traveled to my dad's house, and then my dad had a garage sale, and they wanted to get rid of the Atari because we never played it. And so we have this huge garage sale, and we have it hooked up to this giant TV that they're selling, and that's all my brother and I could play. And then my dad would play. We'd all just played it the entire time of this garage sale, to the point where I was like, we can't get rid of this. So like that's when the Ian collection began. It's like, okay, I'm taking this home.
So that is the Atari that you currently have.
Yes,
Nice.
this I've had this Atari
That's
forever.
awesome.
So I will blow some of your minds right now. Aaron won't have any idea because he doesn't not aware of this person, but that used to be Jennifer's Atari.
Huh.
Wow.
So, for those of you on the inside baseball of my relationship status through the years, yeah, that's where that came from. Anyway.
Oh, funny.
I only know Jennifer as the Hobbit. That's all I know.
No, that's Miranda.
Oh, Miranda.
Anyway,
Okay, never mind.
let's move along. That's my beginning with the video games.
Yep.
Back in the day.
Actually, I forgot. I played on an Atari 2600 a little bit as well. I remember playing Yar's Revenge and Breakout because I remember those paddles. Friend of mine had one. He was that kind of kid that always had, whatever was new.
Well, it's crazy. There's this one game, I think it's Star Raider or Star something. I don't know. So you use a joystick to fly the ship, but then you use this little this little pad, and it has shields or switch to lasers.
That's cool.
It's kind of crazy. It kind of worked. It never really worked, but it kind of
You
worked.
kind of wonder if you go back and play some of these games, how much of it was your imagination filling in the gaps.
Especially as a kid, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I remember spending hours playing all sorts of games. And
Yeah.
I played a few of them recently. Some of them hold up, but some of them you're just like, whoa.
Or you read old reviews and they talk how bad the game was that you enjoyed so much.
Yeah, that's always...
Part of me thinks, like, just right now, thinking about that, Dave, is like, I should make a spaceship movie and then yet let that game be the graphics of outer space while I fly my ship.
that would be pretty good.
Anyway, all right, let's move on. Scotlandia asks, "What is Nintendo Labo?"
It's software that works with cardboard on the Switch.
It's expensive cardboard.
It's
Pretty much.
hipster software for the Switch.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
All right, Scott. There's a maker movement going on. There's STEM education, and basically Nintendo is cashing in on kids creating things. So it's like you take these cardboard sheets that have you cut them out like pop out things, and you make objects with them, like a robot or a car or a fishing pole, piano, and then you connect them with your Switch in creative ways, and they do things. And some have little mini games. Some are just remote. Like there's a car. You put a Joy-Con in it, and you use the other Joy-Con to control it, and it kind of drives around. That's the simplest one, I guess. And then there's some that you can actually program. So like there's software that actually allows you to program certain things, and
Well, there's a really advanced sensor, an IR sensor in one of the Joy-Cons that reads a lot of different things. You can even do like a little night vision kind of thing with the car. So, I mean, it has a lot of kind of neat things.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah, I want to get it. Maybe a good Christmas gift for
It's pretty
my daughter and I.
spendy, isn't it?
That's like $70.
well, there's one.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
Not
one
too
that's
bad.
$69.99, and there's one that's $79. Like the robot, the super advanced one.
Yeah.
Is $79.99. But there, I guess, really, you have to get the software, obviously, and the base kit, but you can use your own cardboard and make your own things. Like the game, like you can actually, there's like base programming in the game that allows you, or I keep saying a game, but I don't really think it's a game. There might be mini games for some of the things, but there is a programming language that allows you to do things.
They have a app that you can tap on in this software called the Garage, and you can create any.
Seems like
you want, pretty
cardboard
much.
is a kind of strange choice. I'd have thought they'd be better off with some kind of like plastic board, like plastic cardboard or something a little harder wearing.
Yeah.
I'm thinking they were thinking of over the years, people have said that Nintendo is one of the worst companies on the environment. So I have a feeling they
course.
selected cardboard for that reason and its affordability.
And they have said that you can get replacements for fairly cheap, but then you can use cardboard you have laying around the house. So it's, I think it's mainly geared towards children, obviously. I've listened to some podcasts where they say it is pretty much. I mean, you can decorate the cardboard and there's stickers and stuff. I mean, I think it's really for
but
kids.
I can't wait to see the kind of stuff people invent with it.
Yeah.
After it's been out for a couple months, just looking on YouTube at seeing what people can create out of it, I think it'll be really interesting.
It's like a base Minecraft kind of.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was gonna mention the M word.
Yeah.
Whether it takes off like they're hoping is hard to see at this point.
I think it will.
But I don't think it's for adults. I don't really think.
I'm interested in
I
it.
think it'll get a small and dedicated following, kind of like the programmable Legos. Not everyone who likes Legos
Right.
has the programmable Legos, but enough to kind of.
I do think like what Dave is saying about the cardboard. I think a lot of parents are gonna be like, "Huh, we're gonna buy some cardboard for my kids to trash." I do see there being a barrier there.
Mm-hmm.
I think Nintendo needs to push that. You can use other cardboard, or they need to
And
do
supposedly
something.
it's going to be relatively cheap to get new cardboard.
The biggest thing is it's kind of like the Wii and the Wii U, where most people thought the Wii U was just kind of another Wii. It's like people are going to look at Labo and it's kind of ill-defined, and they're going to be like, "Well, what's this for?"
Yeah, we'll see.
But basically, I think Nintendo Laboratory.
It comes
Nintendo
out on
Labo.
April 20th, so pretty soon we'll know the response of it.
Up against God of War.
Yeah,
And
direct competition.
direct.
So direct.
Totally.
Yeah.
Violence begets not violence. Anyway, the next question, before we get to some God of War, this is from Tony Death.
Hey, Tony.
Hey, Tony.
Hey up, Tony.
Why does Dave's breath smell so bad?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
It's got to be the horseradish.
That's literally what he's asked.
It's the excellent mixture of beer, tri-tip, English teeth that are kind of falling out of my mouth, Kind of looks like one of those dilapidated graveyards from a horror movie where all the gravestones are pointing in different directions and they're all kind of grey and got moss growing over them. That's about the colour scheme actually. That's probably most of it. And then it's probably because I'm not Tony Deaf.
Oh,
Jeez. Anyway, Tony's real question is his comment was, I want you guys to talk about God of War. And you know what? We're going to talk about God of War, but we're not actual critics, or press, so we don't get the game early.
no, we
We
don't.
will get the game this week. I am definitely going to get the game this week. I think Jarrod is too.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it.
And
you guys are on that train.
Yeah.
yeah, the hype train's real, so we're just going to use that to segue into the news and speculation. God of War hype is crazy. It's a masterpiece, people are saying. Game of the generation. It had a 94 Metacritic, and it went up to 95 on Metacritic. As
Jeez.
Jarrod and I were researching on the way here, it's the third-ish best reviewed PlayStation game behind Grand Theft Auto 5, which released on PS3 and then PS4. So
Yep.
it's that's a hard one. And then Last of Us Remastered, also originally PS3, and then on PS4 at a 95. So really, if you take those out of contention, it's the best solely PS4 game.
Yeah, it's the best one of this generation. That's only on this generation.
Yeah.
Exclusive, obviously, but
We like
Um,
numbers.
if you like
Yeah.
numbers, that's what it is. But the truth is, man, this game is racking up a bunch of stuff, but we can't really talk about it because we haven't played it. But
Nope.
Is there a PlayStation Pro mode, 4K,
yeah, there's
to make it
resolution.
look even more beautiful?
There's resolution versus performance. Yeah, there's definitely is that. And many people are saying buy a pro or buy a new TV for this game. I'm probably not going to do that, but
Oh,
Yeah, I should look into a Pro again. I keep on meaning to.
they haven't gone on any deals. I mean,
Yeah, I've not
getting the
seen them on-
game and the system for $400 seems good, but I'm just waiting for that sweet deal for maybe this holiday or something.
Yeah, I would like a Pro now. I've got the 4K TV.
Yeah, same here.
I'm really looking forward to it. I mean, I'm pretty critical and never was a big fan of God of War to begin with. I know Aaron was pretty
Oh,
big,
yeah.
and Jarrod, they're pretty
Oh,
big
yeah.
fans of the
Yeah.
series.
I enjoyed the
Um,
first two.
I played
Um,
the 3 numbered ones.
Yeah.
Maybe
Aaron-
I did play 3.
Aaron will be happy to hear there are a lot of RPG elements in this
Oh.
game. So I think Aaron Stradamus here, as God of War as a RPG, is coming to light.
Yeah.
Man, finally,
Very-
after all these years.
Very old inside
It's
joke
coming.
for that one.
Yeah,
Oh,
I know
boy.
it's an old inside joke, but
I forget that one.
I had to pull it out. Yoink.
Yeah.
Anyway,
It's all right. But
You're
no,
always
now,
pulling one out, aren't
now
you?
it's kind of
Or
true.
is that all?
it's kind of true.
Yeah. Congrats, Aaron.
Okay, so and then next, I don't know if you guys heard any about this. Jarrod probably has. King of Kong 2, the Belly Mitchell Hullabaloo. I'm forgetting whatever the company Galaxies,
Oh yeah, they discredited
Twin
him from all
Galaxies.
his...
Twin Galaxies. They're taking out his
Yeah.
and Guinness Book is taking away his.
Yeah, they're taking away all his records because he used an emulator.
Oh, that's
or they
easy.
say he
Yeah.
used
He
an
says he's
emulator.
an emulator. Someone went through the VHS tape and saw that all his Donkey Kong was rendering platforms differently than the actual game should be.
Yeah, so it doesn't count.
But today, Belly Mitchell came back and responded and said, no, he did not. And he has his own team going on it, and they're going to refute the claim. So I really just hope that this spawns another King of Kong documentary.
Oh my god,
This would be a pretty good one.
that would be great.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of funny. I mean, it's really, obviously the tensions are high, so they probably wouldn't want to make the documentary. But man, this makes for a great story in
Yeah.
that kind of sense. And that first documentary was great. And so I just wanted to submit my title, King of Kong 2, the Billy Mitchell
He should
Hullabaloo.
he should just use this as an excuse to beat his own record. I mean, if that's the easiest way to do
Yeah,
it.
right.
Well, here's the thing. He beat his own. Well, so I guess the thing is he made it the furthest in the game, but I don't think he holds the record for the highest score anymore. He's pretty low on
Yeah.
the list.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. He should just use this as an opportunity to,
Well, he's a villain. Were we ever rooting? Did you root for him in the movie? I was rooting for the other guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
What Whipple? Wibby?
Weeby.
Weeby.
Well, maybe once in this movie the villain takes over the world.
Maybe.
It kind of looks like it.
Possibly.
All right, so there's that. I thought that was interesting. I don't know. There's been a lot of talk like, why does this even matter?
Yes, world records.
World
There's
records.
world renown.
Because for those of us of a certain age, I always remember in the back of the magazine would be the high score
Yeah.
lists, and you'd always have a look and see like, oh man, I'm pretty close to that, or
Mhm.
nope, nowhere near.
I don't think I've ever really played Donkey Kong, to be honest.
I played it. I wasn't very good at it. I made it a few stages in, but I was no high score tracker.
Well, that's not one that holds anything in my heart. All right, new Destiny DLC is coming. Warmind.
This one's for you, Tony.
Oh, yeah, I'll play it. I have the season pass. But I guess it's going to have some new enemies and new environments.
So you'll be in that desert, will you? All alone.
Yeah,
walking.
Jason will probably jump back on, so I'll have at least one person maybe to play with.
We're gonna skip that one because that's not interesting.
Yeah, but,
Here's one. Star Wars Battlefront 2 is bringing back in-game purchases, cosmetic only, and then they're adding Ewok hunt mode.
That's cool.
That sounds really.
Dave's gonna buy the game now.
Basically,
fun.
Basically, what happens is like there's a group of stormtroopers and a group of Ewoks, and if the Ewoks kill the stormtroopers respawn as Ewoks. So it's like
Can you play
it's
this?
like-
Can you play the
zombie mode.
stormtroopers?
yeah, you play as both.
Oh, good. Because
So
I
it's
was like, that sounds epic hunting
What is that?
Ewoks.
What is that? Infestation mode or
Yeah.
something? It's like you basically like a zombie mode. The Ewoks are the zombies. The
Yeah.
stormtroopers are the humans, and basically, so I think that's pretty
That
brilliant.
sounds cool.
That does sound
That
fun.
does sound a lot of fun.
And then
You'll have to let us know.
I know
You're the only one that owns
that
it.
has it. Yeah, that's true. I haven't touched it since in forever. And then at the BAFTA Awards that hails from Dave's hometown of England, somewhere in England. I don't know. That's how generalized. How
Your
generalizing.
geography is
Yeah.
very good.
Yes.
Is it London, England? By any
Who
chance?
knows? I don't know where the BAFTA is. It's British Arts and Film
You're
something.
you're the filmmaker.
Well, it's arts and film and video games and stuff.
Yeah.
Media. I don't know. It's not just movies. It's
I know.
It's all
but
kinds of
next
things.
time I'm in one of your movies and it's awesome, man. We could win one.
we could win a
You'll be
BAFTA.
in the credits as the
BAFTA
British
for
guy.
Yeah,
best
that British
actor.
guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice dominates with 5 wins.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Mopped it up.
Mopped it up. The only other game to win multiple awards, which was 2, was Mario Galaxy. So
Wow.
pretty crazy.
Wow.
Those Brits think differently of video games over there.
So what? So Mario was in contention for the voice actor, right?
Mario.
And then I don't know if you guys caught this, but the Sega Mega Mini Drive thing console, Sega's getting on the Nintendo bandwagon.
They've already came out with a statement because their older ones were kind of garbage, but they're saying that this is updated hardware.
Well, the
and-
older ones
Yeah.
weren't through them though.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was like
Yeah.
an emulator one, wasn't there? That was
Yeah.
really
It's
terrible.
some third party.
Yeah, so
was
they're-
making those.
Yeah.
They're having to fend off all those people.
It's their own fault. They licensed it to,
Yeah.
That's true.
you know.
But does anyone care? I mean, none of us have the minis.
Well, you can actually find the Super NES Mini. I saw one last week in Fred Meyer.
Wow.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
regular price,
finally not.
$80. Yeah. And I guess there's been sightings of it, the original Famicom, out in different stores too, or the NES in Europe even.
Hmm.
So
I have no interest.
I guess Nintendo's still making them here and there.
I have a Genesis. I'm good.
Yeah, that's one of the ones you're missing, isn't it? The Super Nintendo.
I am missing a Super Nintendo.
Super Nintendo's got to be the most expensive.
Yeah, I was going to
Yeah,
say
no
that's the
kidding.
trouble. Is everything for
because it is one of the
everything
best
for
ones.
Nintendo is expensive anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm not a fanboy, so it's not like I need it.
Yeah.
So, the Genesis is better. Okay. New BioShock being created by Secret 2K Studio, not being led by Ken Levine. I know. Are you guys BioShock group?
I played
No.
BioShock 1, 2, and Infinite. Yeah,
I only played Infinite.
yeah.
I
played 'em
remember
all.
watching Jarrod play like 5 minutes of one, and that was it.
Was the middle one by Ken Levine or not?
No,
No. So he made the.
that was by 2K
Okay.
or that studio.
So
I
is that
believe.
you think that's just going to repeat what?
I don't know. I mean, all these studios learn a lot over the years, so hopefully they're doing it. I think that was revealed in the article I read about Mafia 3 and its
Oh yeah,
the
they're
problems
having
it
some,
bumped into.
Yeah, they're having some issues. Yeah.
But that studio just had to migrate to the Czechoslovakia and somewhere in the UK somewhere.
So new Bioshock, if you guys, that's coming down the pipeline.
Cool.
Sweet. That's all I had for the news. Unless you guys had something you were wanting or read. Dave sometimes has things.
Yeah, I have one.
Uh-oh.
And it's no interest to any of you guys, I'm sure. But there's a Kickstarter on to build, or not build, but make new cases for the Amiga 500, the Amiga 500 Plus. For $94, you get a case.
Ah.
And it's done by the same people who did the Kickstarter to make A1200 cases.
Is
for
it
the
a
Amiga.
replica, or is it
They-
updated, cool-looking thing?
No, it's the same. It's the same as the original case. They remade the tooling, and they've already done one Kickstarter and delivered it, which was for the Amiga 1200 case. So there's a pretty good chance that if you give them the money, they're going to do it. They also did one a while back where they made all the caps on the keys. They remade all those because obviously it's like most of these computers from that age, they go yellow. Or in the case of the Amiga, it kind of goes a kind of off-looking. You've got an upset stomach, diarrhea brown. The kind of
Yeah.
color.
All right, I'm sorry.
It's
I might have
pretty
missed
old.
it. Are you supporting this Kickstarter?
I'm not decided yet.
Oh, he's on the fence.
Yeah, because if I do, then it's it's not just the Kickstarter. Then I'll have to get the keycaps.
Yeah. So with those cases, I know you've been updating like the video capacity or the outputs and adding chips to it. Is this being modified to support that kind of stuff sticking out of it?
These new cases, they often have mounting points for a Raspberry Pi or something inside them. And then they have like pop-outs for HDMI and that kind of stuff. So you can actually...
Okay, they're pop
You
outs.
can-
That's good.
Yeah, so it comes as an original case, but where there's blank spots on the case and where popular mods are available, they make a little bit that you can like pop out and cut that will fit like a VGA
Yeah,
socket or
that's cool.
HDMI. So that's what's really nice about them actually, is they provide quite a nice looking solution that
Yeah.
looks stock but has all the and you're not cutting up your original case.
Yeah, that's great.
Cool. Just a little something we can touch on here. Aaron, if you use your left hand, you can hit the sign and it'll bounce around. Like the bottom of it, I think. I don't know.
It's very important.
I don't know if it's really important. But yeah, see, there you go. See, look at that. Look at that. Look at
Yeah,
that. Look at that.
very
Look at that
exciting.
technology. And then secondly, we got some comments here from
AR.
dude Bronx Sushi. What's the deal with this stream? I'm new here. That's his first comment, and this is just a podcast, and
Yep.
we're talking about video games, and we're called Couch Co-op. But then his second comment is kind of disconcerting. So you didn't say PS4, so PS4 viewers are bags of crap, and I gave him thumbs up. I have no idea what that means. He doesn't. Obviously, he was someone watching on PC, and obviously we're on PS4. I
He
don't
could
know.
be an exponer.
He could be an Xboner.
It could be
Who
X1,
knows?
yes.
Who knows? I don't know, dude. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry you don't like us PS4 guys.
Anyway, what we're here
whatever,
for
it's
on
cool.
this
We're here for-
Twitch is for you to give us abuse like that.
Yeah, abuse like that, we'll take your abuse, but
Yeah.
we're just gonna eat your shit and then give out love.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
Yeah.
No tears here.
That's what we're doing. That's the deal with the stream. We
That's
intake garbage and give you fatty love.
Slightly better garbage
Yeah.
with love.
Slightly better. Slightly better garbage.
Anyway, so and again, you guys watching, feel free to leave comments. We'll get back to you.
Yeah, good job. A comment's better than no comment.
That's right.
Yeah.
Right?
I'll take it.
So, guys, what have we been playing?
Alright.
Wait.
Yeah.
Before we get with that, beat list, anybody?
Yeah.
I got one.
Yep.
Oh, we got a couple
Oh,
beaters.
man, around the table.
Got a group of beaters. All right, go for it, Jared.
Hellblade. Senua's Sacrifice.
Oh, we beat it. What did you beat, Aaron?
Flower.
Really? Okay.
That's
You
a
could beat that
toughie.
one.
What, Dave? What'd you beat?
Farpoint VR. Finally.
Nice.
Sweet. All right, Jared.
Sweet.
What'd you been playing? Obviously.
Oh, well, of course that. And I played a lot of Monster Hunter this weekend.
So what'd you think of the
Hellblade? I loved it. Yeah, it was
Did you two guys
fantastic.
get all the tokens or whatever it was you were trying to...
I missed one at the very beginning that took me 5 minutes to find after I beat the game.
Oh, at least you missed the one at the beginning,
Yeah.
not like
Yeah.
halfway through.
So I didn't have to jam through the whole thing just to find one. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Ian mentioned that the reviewers didn't like the battle system, but I had a lot
I
of fun
like
with
that
it.
battle system.
Yeah, I mean whatever. I mean it is what it is, really.
I think it's a more. The game's about something more than the combat.
Yeah, it's not a third-person action fighter. I mean,
No.
it has battle segments, but that's again not what the game's about. But yeah, I enjoyed all the voice acting, and some of the animation in it, from the voice actors, I swore sometimes it was actually like video. It wasn't like in-game graphics. It just looked so perfect.
That one dude, it
looked
definitely
so
a kind of
good.
a video overlay.
Yeah,
that was
that
cool.
looked really awesome, especially as the game got farther. And some of the shots they did were really creative.
Obviously, I think being a small studio and having to like have this high concept, they had to like kind of come up with different ways, and I think a lot of it's too, even some of the effects. I feel like with the eyes. I don't know if you noticed, like when you're in certain levels and shit's just looking at you, it's like creepy. And
that creeped me out.
It's pretty
Like,
crazy.
go away.
Oh, what's going on here? Oh my
It's
god!
like the light rays shining down through the trees. Her eyes were seeing eyes all over the world. It was crazy.
It's pretty nuts. So the
The
game can really trip you out. None of us are heavy drug users here, but it would be interesting to have hear a story from someone who does use like a drug, let's say, and to have them play this game and
with
see
all those voices talking.
It's just like what would happen with that person. I'm not condoning that, kids.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. I'm not condoning that.
Yeah.
Drugs and video games don't mix.
No, they do not.
But maybe in this situation they might. But don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
But if you already do it, just play the game.
Yes.
Yeah,
Twitch.
I think
Twitch stream that to us. Twitch stream it and then send that link to us. Anyway.
Right. But Monster Hunter World, they have their festival. I didn't really concentrate much on the festival, but just the fact that they had the old activities that you lost access to through time, you can do all those. So I went through and got my Aloy costume. I forgot I was missing that, and I ground out the Ryu costume with Ian.
And the Mega Man one.
And the Mega Man one. So I got all three of those.
I've been meaning to ask how to get to the Spring Festival.
It's over today, isn't it? Is that today?
It might. I think they might have extended it to the 19th. Though.
Okay, yeah. So it's up in the hall.
Oh,
up in
the
the
gathering hall.
Okay.
So
I mean, it's. Here's the thing: you can get all the events. You can still all the events you can access in the regular board.
Uh-huh.
But if you ride up to the gathering hub, a little animation happens, and there's all this stuff happening.
Yeah, that's where all the decorations are.
That's where you get your Poogie little bee. It unlocks the Poogie Bee outfit, and then that's also where the Ryu arena challenge is. So
Yeah, so it's useful to go up there because that's the only way you can actually access the arena challenges, and that's the Mega Man costume is an arena one, if I remember right.
the Ryu one is.
Oh, just the Ryu one? Okay. I don't remember how to access
the Mega Man
one.
The Mega Man one is an event that happens in an arena, but it's not an arena challenge. It's just an event.
Yeah, so just go to events when you join or make a quest or whatever.
The Mega Man one's easy. You probably have to do it like 2, maybe 3 times.
Yeah.
The Ryu one sucks because you have to do it a shitload of times.
That's what I've heard.
About 6 or 7 times, maybe less, because like the last couple of matches, Ian got 2 of the marks, and I got a couple in the last one, so I only had to do it 6 times instead of 7.
Yeah, like it gives you 1, and then the final one it gives you 2. It's like, oh, you fucking game. Anyway, because you need 7 to unlock his costume.
Yeah, but it's cool. I mean, it's pointless because you can't use it in any real Monster Hunter stuff unless you're going to choose to do low level stuff because it's really low level armor.
Yeah, I mean only because it's like level 3. I think the challenges. I mean
you can't even upgrade it that far.
Hopefully the Dante one's a high level one.
That should be. I mean, it's later on.
Yeah, the Aloy one's higher level than the Ryu stuff.
Yeah,
but
it is a high level one. But
but the other game is Blossom Tales. I mentioned that last week. It's the Switch game that I bought. That's pretty much like Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past, and so far I really like it. But the only thing that it's missing from that era is when Switch like this that then comes back in. Even though the map is seamless, like when you do the transitions and compare the scenery, it should just slide over.
Fucking Switch, man. You know what it sucks about Switch? I love the console a lot. Great. I wish it sucks looking through their fucking sales and seeing games that are for sale, and then going on PSN and seeing the same games for even cheaper. Like, what is up with that shit?
Well,
These aren't even
Nintendo tax.
But that's not even
Yep.
first party games. These are like third party games. Like, what is the deal with that?
In most cases, they've been out on PSN for several years, whereas they've been on the Nintendo Marketplace for less than a year, maybe.
Like, only Oxenfree is the only one that's ever been like
Yeah, I bought that for like $4 or $5.
$5, and it's the same on PS. But it's
Yeah.
like, come on.
Maybe it's just because there's not as much selection on the Switch.
Oh, there's a lot now.
I mean, it's like
Like AAA titles, it's just like indie titles, and it's like, it drives me nuts. It's like,
Probably because they're selling.
They don't-
yeah, there's still
They're the Nintendo of movie.
yeah, and then play brain like go somewhere and play it. It's like, no, just play it,
Just
Ian.
play the damn thing.
I do, but the problem is like, I don't know. I just want to go somewhere. I want
s-
to. I want it to be. I want to do something portable with it.
I see your
I know that
perspective.
feeling. It's like I don't want to do something in the house that I can do like when I'm
On
out
a
and
giant
about.
screen.
It's like I'll have a book I'm reading at my lunch break, and I don't want to read the book at home
Yeah.
because then I won't have anything to do with my lunch.
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, play your Switch at work for lunch
yeah,
breaks.
that wouldn't work because Nick's like constantly like,
No, sit in
how
your car.
He's like, oh, yeah.
It's like I'm going to lunch.
He's
see you
like,
in an
how
hour.
about if you're just gonna sit and do nothing, why don't you just work and then get off an hour early? It's like, yeah, you make a fair point.
No kidding.
Yeah, there is a lot. I wish my
Yeah.
boss would say that.
How
No
about
kidding.
what have you been up to, Aaron? What have you been playing?
I've been playing Hellblade, and also jumped in a little bit of Monster Hunter. I finally got to Nergigante. God Lord, that thing's such a pain in the ass.
He's so easy.
I fought him like 3 or 4 times last night.
He's one of my funnest. He's one of the, who's farting?
That would be Dave over there.
Jesus, that fucking red beer. Always the farts with
It's
the red
the red
beer.
beer.
I haven't had any red beer yet tonight.
Oh, you
so
haven't?
I'm good.
What have you been drinking?
Just water.
Wow.
You're not drinking tonight? Are you
No,
on, are
I'm
you
not-
on antibiotics?
No, no. So you're safe. If I was on antibiotics, you'd probably all be dead by now.
All right, Aaron, go ahead.
Oh yeah, I've been playing Monster Hunter and Hellblade, and I kind of did a little bit of Broforce before I came over here. That game, I like that game actually. It's so silly and it's fun.
I agree.
What are your video game hours, Aaron? Because Jarrod and I
From
are,
like 1
are
to
perplexed.
2.
We're perplexed because you never are on late when we are like around, let's say like 8 or 9.
Well, he has to
Even
get
on
up early
weekends
for
in the middle
work.
of the day or something like that, I'm on, and like everybody but Aaron's on.
Usually, well, that's because usually we have stuff going on for some odd reason. I don't know why we have to do so much on the weekend, but usually I play in the afternoon after work. But that's just really it. No, whatever. No.
Yeah, I'm an early on the weekend. If
But
I'm
Dave's
going to
always
play,
on.
I'm going to be in the morning.
Well, he's
and then
watching TV though.
I watch a
in there
lot
as
with
well.
Netflix, and then I'm usually on from about anywhere from about 7:30, 8 o'clock till 9:30, 10 o'clock.
Like you were on yesterday playing Just Cause. And
Yes.
Like, it's like, I was playing something else, but I think I was playing ESO with Bill. But it's like, I should just harass Dave to play Fortnite or something.
Oh,
Yeah, I keep on meaning to play that.
I downloaded that just today. But
Good. We have it all installed.
I don't.
Jared should
I
install
thought
it
you
at some
did have
point.
it.
Yeah, it's installed on mine. I still haven't loaded it up yet.
Because for Aaron's birthday, not birthday, his bachelor extravaganza, we'll squat up for that.
Okay.
Anyway, so
we,
you should.
we still got some time.
But I'm just saying, prep for it.
Yeah.
Anything else? Flower. You said you beat Flower.
I beat Flower. I like that game. It was definitely a nice change of pace because I was playing Hellblade right before that. you kind of had to play something to mellow yourself out after that game
Yeah,
because they did some screenshots of that girl's face. Holy.
I have a funny story about that. I was playing. My wife and daughter were out, so I'm playing the game, and in the middle of this like really intense battle, the voices whisper to me, "Watch out behind you," and my daughter slams into the couch. My controller it scared the hell out of me.
That's awesome. right through the TV.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, that would have been bad.
How about you, Dave? What have you been up to?
Well, I already said one of them, which is Farpoint, which was a great game. It's kind of like two halves of a game, though. The first part is ridiculously difficult compared to the second half, really. Because in the second half, you get like a lot stronger, better weapons, and so it makes it a lot easier in a lot of respects. So I beat that, and it was pretty good. I haven't tried it online. I'm not sure if I'm going to, because I've got a couple of other games that I want to play. And then I've still been hacking away at Just Cause 3.
Yeah,
It's kind of game. Yeah, it's gone down a little because I got Farpoint off it, but yeah, I think I'll probably end up. Just Cause 3 is going to take probably a couple of months to finish, I think, because I just kind of log in, I'll play it for an hour, and then I get distracted because I liberate a settlement or, attack an air base, and then that takes me half hour, and I'm like, oh well, I want to do something else.
You plan on platinuming? Is this an
No,
achievable one?
No,
just kind of.
I looked at it, and it's really there's way too much to do.
Yeah.
So
All right. So just enjoy it and.
yeah. I
Eventually.
keep on getting the odd trophy because I'm working my way through the missions. I think I've done half of the actual missions.
Okay, cool.
But I need to do some of the challenges because they give you like weapon mods that make you stronger and make everything do a bit more damage, which would be really useful. So I'll probably just keep hacking away at it. It's in the background. And then my daughter ordered Minecraft from the library, so that'll probably crimp my gameplay for the next week or two.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not good.
I'll do it.
Well, it has 2-player split screen, Dave.
Oh, maybe I'll give it a try. I don't know.
Ugh.
But yeah, and then I want to get into Doom VFR after watching it the other week.
That was a lot of fun.
But my VR time has gone on Farpoint. But I've done well. I've not had nausea or anything.
Farpoint is really good actually for that. It's a really well made. Like when people complain about the motion sickness in like first person, I feel like Farpoint. Those guys really.
Yeah.
It doesn't fuck with me.
I would after about 3/4 of an hour, I start getting a little hot and sweaty, just feeling a little off. But
I feel like that's just me being tired.
yeah, I couldn't. That's the other thing. It's like I couldn't tell whether it's just because I'm playing it late at night and I'm tired and it's ready for bed.
Well, I do feel like your eyes just generally get tired.
Yeah, they
you
do.
You get tired
don't
of
they?
carrying. You get tired of carrying the VR on your head. You get tired of moving around, and then your tires just you just get kind of tired.
Those screens have to push out a little bit of heat right on your eyes.
It does get warm.
Yeah, so I mean that's gotta wear you out pretty good.
It's just I think it's just a tiring, but like I feel like some like the Journey game Dave was mentioning, because I have it and he asked me like that's the one game where I get in and it's not quite, it gets me a little but that's like 5 minutes in or something,
Yeah.
Farpoint does not do that
Yeah,
I just get
Robinson's Requiem, was it?
no, just Robinson's The Journey.
Yeah. Oh, that's it. Right.
It's just like that one kind of like I'll start getting a headache. I don't get the pukey thing. I start getting a headache.
Yeah, I haven't tried Drive Club since that time I got the pukey thing.
Yeah.
Kind of right.
But anyway, I think Farpoint does a really good job. I can play that for like a couple hours, though I haven't played it in a couple hours for a couple months now.
Well, no, you didn't buy Thunder. It was just on
No,
the
I
demo
bought Thunder. I
disc.
have it.
Oh, have you played through much of that?
Where am I on that? I don't know.
Because that's like super challenging, isn't it?
Yeah, it gets hard.
It looked like it.
Just the level in the demo is super hard.
I'm beyond that. I'm like 3 or 4.
Okay.
That was at the time I bought a bunch of VR titles,
Yeah.
and then I never really went back to any of them.
Yeah, that's what I've done. Except I've bought them on disc. I just bought because I keep on finding them for like $10-15, and I'm just like, oh, I'll pick that up. I'll play that.
Yeah, a bunch of them on sale right now.
I know. I already hit that.
Yeah.
That's where I got. Oh, what?
I want to get Moss.
Oh, I got Eve Valkyrie. So.
Oh, right. Yeah, I want to get Moss. I hear great things about that game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll go on sale eventually.
That was why I was because I think
it's cool.
$14 or something.
It's cool, but it gives me the so I need to borrow it and see if it makes.
That's
kind
of what I'm thinking.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's about it. I've been watching a lot. I haven't been playing much in the way of video games.
Cool. All right. Let's see. Well, Jarrod mentioned Monster Hunter. We played a bunch of that, ground out that stuff. I played a bunch of indie stuff. I played the 99 Vitas, which was, is it free this month? or last month.
I played a level of that too.
It's kind of a fun brawler thing. It might be fun to play 4 players with that.
Yeah, it would be.
I re-downloaded SteamWorld Dig and Super Motherload. I like Super Motherload a lot. I played it a lot on PS3 actually. And playing SteamWorld Dig, I think I only played a little bit of. Again, oddly how similar those games are, where you go down, dig, and go back up, upgrade, sell, go back down. Even though one is more of a speed run, Super Motherload, and SteamWorld Dig is more of a platformer. Both of those are fun games. I don't know. I enjoy them. I play them for like an hour and then put them down, but I re-download them because I wanted to. Super Motherload is supposed to be able to like, so I'm gonna try and beat that one.
If SteamWorld Dig 2 goes on sale on the Switch,
Yeah, that's another reason. I was like, I download like.
I was like,
did I like the first one enough? It's like, oh, I'll play through it and maybe I'll get the second one on Switch.
It was enjoyable.
Then playing a lot of ESO still with Bill and Caitlin and my wife, and I'm at like 142.
Hey Bill, we enjoyed abusing you and generally molesting your game last week.
He doesn't listen to this.
No.
He does actually.
Oh,
Him
he
and
does?
Caitlin both do.
Okay.
Brown, who asked the question.
Yeah.
That's
she asked
Caitlin.
she asked
I
the
know.
question.
She asked us a
And Bill
question.
does listen to it. What did
Oh.
he was I don't know. I think
Hey.
he listens through her, so she'll say stuff to him. So, and then I've been playing Ghost Recon Wildlands, just kind of plugging away through that. I came across the Predator mission, which was super cool. Like, I wasn't expecting it. Like, usually you have to like search for that stuff, and I was just in this area like searching for these drug lords, and then it came across this. I started talking to her, and she sent me to this area, and it was like, oh shit, this is their Predator mission, because like there's like there's like these skulls with vertebrae, they're hanging,
Yeah.
and then it sends me to this other area with this dude that's skinned, and it sends me out to this other area, and then you're following this trail of glowing blood, and then the Predator appears, and it's just like this. I didn't beat him. He's like super tough.
Yeah.
I need
It
to
seems like it
level
would
up,
be.
level up some more. But music starts the music Predator movie, and it's super cool.
That's cool.
It's kind of like we didn't mention it, but like in the Mega Man, and same with the Street Fighter,
Yeah.
they do the theme songs for Mega Man and Street Fighter and the Monster Hunter World challenges. It's pretty cool. But yeah, the Predator music starts up, and that was really fun. I like lasted for a while. I thought I was gonna get him, but then he ultimately just destroyed us.
Have you met Sam Fisher yet?
Yes. So then I was doing some missions, and I flew into the zone where Sam Fisher is, and that was pretty cool. I haven't done the mission yet. I'm afraid to do the mission because it's a stealth mission, and that game sucks at stealth. The other thing that really pissed me off in the game, one of those missions where you have to follow somebody
Yeah, you can't get too close or too far.
too far. So if you get too far, you fail the mission,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
It doesn't just mission fail. It goes to a fucking loading screen and sets you back.
No.
Like, just okay, I failed. Disappear, let me fly on. Why do you have to reset the entire... I hate that shit. It's like, okay, I get it. I failed.
Yeah, you should have to go back to the starting point.
I'll
no
just
kidding.
fly back.
Start.
I'll just fly back or reset them. But don't send me to a load screen. That is the stupidest... I hate that shit. So I've been streaming more games on our new games game team. So I'm gonna and we'll probably stream some games after this, just so you guys can make fun of us streaming. Anyway, and that's about it for me. Yeah, I'm just looking forward to play God of War. So
No mobile minute this week?
no, that was last week.
Oh,
no.
We get one a month
Oh,
from
yeah,
the
we
old
do.
Aaron.
One every other week.
Every other week or so. But anyone got some optional co-optional stuff they want to share?
Well, speaking of God of War, the Game Informer podcast is going to be doing their game club on God of War. I think they're doing a 2-episode, so week to week. I think they're doing it that same week that God of War's released, so the weekend of the 20th.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm going to be listening to that.
I never listened to their game. I just listened to their main show. I never listened to their
Well,
game club stuff.
it's always, I mean, it's in the regular stream. You don't have to hunt for it. It's just a Game Informer podcast, and every once in a while one pops up at the end of the episode, and you can listen to it or not.
Cool. Aaron, you have
Nice.
anything?
Yeah, over the weekend I watched Justice League, the movie that everybody just
Wait, you're gonna
yeah.
Oh.
I
Get off my podcast.
No.
Get out.
No.
Get out.
I was not. No. I actually liked it. It was actually not bad. I mean,
Send your letters to, what is his email address?
Don't you mean send your onions?
Send your onions.
Oh, whatever.
Oh, wait, here, I got a street address. Send onions to...
Hey, my lady will eat them, so go ahead if you want to. You don't have to buy any. But no, I like the movie. I don't know what everybody complained so badly about it. It was not that bad. I mean, yes, it was not as good as it wasn't as bad as, it wasn't that, how to explain it? It wasn't the best movie I ever saw for any comic book movie, but it was definitely better than a lot of other movies like it type.
All right.
Wasn't bad.
We'll give you a pass.
Yeah, are you going to give me a pass when I say?
When you say Justice League?
No. I watched that Bright movie on Netflix.
I
the
still
one
want to
with
watch
Will
it.
Smith.
You know what? I'm not going to pass judgment on you.
I had heard such bad things about that movie.
So have I. But I
I
haven't
watched
seen it.
and it was really imaginative, and it wasn't like anything I'd seen, and I actually really enjoyed it.
All right. Well, there's a movie that's...
I could see why it got bad reviews, but I liked what they did with the whole like orcs and elves and police officers
It
and
has
stuff.
a lot to do with racism.
Yeah, it sounds like
no,
it would.
well,
At least in the beginning of the movie.
It kind of at the start of the movie, it's hitting you over the head with a hammer and that stuff, and you're like, ugh.
Yeah.
But then
I
it
stopped.
kind of becomes a lot more complex than you first expecting, and it does follow the numbers a little bit, but it was very cool.
Alright.
Reminded me of is it Alien Nation or one one
Right.
from the 80s?
Yeah, where
Oh,
they drink
yeah.
the weird milk. And...
I'll give it
Yeah.
another
Yeah.
shot.
I haven't seen it. I've been curious about it, but I don't know. For some reason, passive entertainment, I've just not
Yeah.
been watching. But that reminds me, because Mute, the new movie by Duncan Jones that did Moon and...
I just watched Moon last night, actually.
So his movie got even worse, right?
Wow.
The Netflix one, Mute. So Mute's on Netflix, and it got super bad reviews. I mean, it's like the worst reviewed Netflix movie. And yet Duncan Jones is this guy who did these two other great movies and a mediocre Warcraft movie. But, so I don't know. I mean, is it David Ayer, I think? Ayer, who did Bright? I mean, he's made some good movies.
Yeah.
The Tank movie I liked a lot. I didn't like his Suicide Squad. I thought that sucked, but...
No, but I mean, this movie was I enjoyed it. I loved the whole the way the elves and the orcs and all the rest of it kind of interacted, and then there was the whole police.
Is Will
versus
Smith extremely Will Smithy?
He's not as Will Smithy as he was in Men in Black, but he does make a cop, if you know what,
Okay.
know what I mean.
Bad boys-ish.
Yeah.
Bad
Oh,
orcs.
Oh,
Bad
boy.
orcs for life. Anyway.
Yeah.
I don't really have any Calico optional, so I'm just going to pass on that. But, listen to us on our podcast. Go to iTunes and subscribe.
Or
Leave us a review.
maybe soon Google
What-
Play, right?
Watch
Maybe
us on
soon
the Twitch.
Twitch.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about maybe...
Sometime around 7 o'clock.
I'll probably end
Monday,
up
Pacific
posting
time.
these on YouTube, too, at some point, probably, too. So,
Yeah.
anyway, hey, I want to thank all you for listening and remind you that you can leave feedback on Twitter and Facebook at Couch Co-op Shows. No hyphen. It's all one word, Couch Co-op Shows. You can also watch us, obviously, on Twitch. So, if you follow us on Twitch, you'll get a reminder, and it'll pop up, and, hey, we're live. Anyway. Yes, Dave? You want to say something?
No.
No? Okay. We'd also appreciate it if you can leave us a review, like I just said. It would be very helpful. I want to thank Jarrod,
Yeah.
Aaron,
Absolutely.
and Dave
Of course.
for joining me here on the couch, which we're not on the couch, but
Yeah,
it's
dining table.
it's the idea. It's figurative. For Couch Co-op, I'm Ian, reminding you to please be excellent to each other.